Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. We are getting very, very close to Christmas, and it's so exciting, isn't it? So I thought I'd use some Christmas colors out there and tiaras, and I got so excited. I'm really attracted to pyrite lately, so I made this last night, and it's got little Buddhas and pyrites on it. I was loving it. I like pyrite right next to me. It is purported to attract and accumulate wealth. It's known as... It comes sometimes in the golden color too, where diggers thought it was real silver or gold in the day, and I just love it. I love the sheen of it, and it's really, really beautiful. So for today's topic, I was reading a lot of things on love facts and doing a lot of research on that this morning because I was very interested in how certain people just change their whole shift in reality when they're in love and their perceptions of things. You know what I mean? They get delighted, they feel grateful, they're peaceful, they're pleased, they're satisfied, they feel fortunate. You know, they're thrilled, they're uplifted, the way they run around. It's like they're literally floating on air. So I looked up some facts on this, and what today's topic is going to be about your next meaningful love connection, when and who. So we have a 5-card pick, and then I'm just going to tell you a couple facts that I read about it as we're going through because it was so interesting. I knew some of this and then I had forgotten some of it. But here's a really, really cool thing I'm going to do today. If you look at my hands and you see all my rings, I've been telling you guys I'm going to do what rings on what fingers do what. There's lots of energies of give and take when you have rings on certain fingers, and they help you in certain aspects. So as I go down each one, I'm going to cover a finger. So the first one as I go down. So if you want to look at the timelines after, you can go to the beginning of each card and you can figure out what does what. But we're going to start with number 1, and that's going to be the Sandpiper spirit. Be playful. And your choice of ring for that is a lovely bright blue topaz. And as we know, and then in another reading, I'll do what properties of what stones have the healing powers. As we know, like rose quartz attracts love and helps us with our self-love capacity, all of that. I'll be going over that for you guys too. I'm in another read. And then we have blue chalcedony for number 2, which is the Stag spirit. Take the lead. This is my favorite card. I really love stags and deers. I feel like a beautiful, beautiful connection to them. Number 3, yellow topaz. This is a very lovely ring on too. Dolphin spirit. This and that are true. I love that so much. Let me see. And number 4 is the koi fish spirit. We have a lovely simulated emerald. This is super elegant on too. It's a lovely sheen and a gold plated. I love that ring so much. And then number 5 is seahorse spirit. Watch and wait. Lovely simulated ruby. That's another one that looks so beautiful. And I just got this one on my ring finger, just got finished yesterday. It has a claddagh on the side, and it's such a translucent, beautiful amethyst. It's gorgeous. I want to do all amethyst and turquoise today for protection, creativity, and just some groundedness too, because I woke up, I was so filled with ideas and so excited to talk to you guys, and I felt so refreshed. You guys, comment down below if you had a rough day yesterday. I don't know what happened with the solstice, but it turned me upside down. I felt like I had the flu. I had so many thoughts, they actually overwhelmed me. And I'm not kidding you. I didn't want to tell my private reads this because I didn't want to project any anxiety on them. But for one read, what should have taken me 20 minutes took me over an hour and a half. I had to tape it 4 times. Each time, all the audio stopped after like the first minute. I don't know what happened until Ian got home and he showed me that the wire, if it was even touched a little bit, would disengage because it was a little faulty. And I did this read over and over and over. And each time, it was like I was getting like super aggravated, and then the voices were coming to me and I was listening to my guide saying, listen, there's a reason for everything. You need to slow down. You're trying to do everything. And I did. I felt a little off and everything was crazy. So let me know if you felt nuts yesterday, because I felt just really weird. And then I woke up today with the new full moon coming in Cancer. I felt revitalized, great. My voice is very strong. I have a lot of clarity. I started writing from the second I got up. I had all these great ideas. I got in contact with some fun people, and my favorite reader from Hops Tarot wants to do a podcast with me, so I was so excited. And then I remembered people asking about the rings and the power that it gives depending on what finger and hand we have it on. So I got all excited about that. So I was like, yay. So how I'm going to do that is, if you've made your choice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in front of each one, I'm going to discuss the finger really quickly. I'm going to start, it'll be thumb, index, middle, ring, and pinky. So you can go down the line, or if you just want to watch the whole video, it's going to be fast and fun. It's just going to be about your next meaningful love connection, when and who it is. So I'm going to start with number 1, the Sandpiper spirit, and to let you know about rings on your thumb. And I thought this was very interesting. Ring on your thumbs mean that you're filled with persistence, but you could also have a hot temper, and you have non-traditional behaviors when you wear things on your thumb. And I think that is true. When I think of certain people that do that, I love that they are non-traditional. And right now I'm designing a ring for Cherry Enchantress, an onyx and Celtic ring, and I love it. It's coming out so great, and it is about non-traditionality, and it is about persistence, and I love that. So another fact is you have your yin and your yang. Okay, so your yang is your natural hand. Okay, so if you're left-handed and you have it on your natural left hand, it means you have a flexible nature. If you have it on the opposite hand that you are, say you're left-handed and you have it over on your right, that's your yin. That means that you're assertive and you can have a forceful nature. And what I'll do too, if you guys want to go on my Instantgo page, it's Sparkrist11, so Sparkrist11. I'm going to put a little cheat sheet on there for you all, print it out so you can go and check it out, because it's very, very interesting, and it makes sense, because some days I absolutely have to have certain rings on certain hands. It's very bizarre. It's like, it just is what it is. And so again, if you're right-handed, that would be your giving hand, like when you're wearing it, you're giving instruction. So if you wear rose quartz on your right hand, you're giving love. If you wear it on your left hand because you're right-handed, you want to receive love. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, so now we're going to begin with the Sandpiper spirit and see what is going on. I'm going to be using the sexy cards, because it's about love, and I haven't used them in a while. And Ian bought these for me, I think, for our anniversary, and he's like, how come you don't use those cards anymore? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll use them. Excuse me. So let me see. Whew. So this is the Sandpiper spirit with the blue topaz. Whenever I try to hustle along and make something a half hour, it's hilarious. It rarely ever is. Oh, lovely, you guys. Look at that. The Empress. Woo! Oh, actually, Ian showed something to me. He said if I have it in the center, then it's going to come in. Yeah, there's like a center ring we want to do. So we'll do one of those. Empress and 5 of Pentacles. Wonderful. Okay, so let's see. Empress and 5 of Pentacles. This is interesting. I'm using the second one. If I have a numeric on there, that's what I'm gauging in. So I see this in 5 months and below. And how I can equate that is because if we're in an elated, energized place, right, and we're thrilled, we're uplifted, we're waiting for love, we're anticipating it, it can move that time frame up, right? Don't you realize that when you feel down low and whatever, the first thing that comes to you, I'm not ready, I'm not prepared, blah, blah, blah. The universe knows that too. So if you're feeling down low and your vibration is low and you're the opposite of that, uneasy, awkward, ambivalent, whatever you're feeling, you obviously are not in a receptive mode. So I'm feeling that, but guess what? I love this. So to this next love connection, who this person is somebody who is vibrant and loving and strong and really together. I mean, a well-voiced person who has the ability to rule. I believe it's a very awakened person, very action orientated. They're ready for a union. They know what they want right where they see it. And usually when I feel like there's a card way up like that, like Emperor, Empress, this is usually a lovely soul divine connection, a karmic connection with no emotional baggage for some reason. I just feel like it's very, very beautiful blending of values. Like this person is somebody that they are the type where they sweep you off your feet, and you're just engrossed in their beauty, their balance, their elegance, their eloquence. They're very well spoken. Their life, if they told their life story, would tell a story of courage, gratitude, honesty. You know, they're very sincere and strong in who they are. You'll notice right away. So again, I'm thinking in the 5-month time frame, but that can easily be moved up when we bring up our beautiful inner child that is like, wow, I want to be in the learning phase of love and what it's really like anchor myself in these beautiful emotions, right? And without having it be defining who you are, right? You still want to be your person with your hobbies and your friends and that beautiful multi-dimensional person that you are. That is why you attracted them in the first place, right? So then I'm going to pull. Beautiful. I just want to have one lovely oracle card, because I realize I've been really heavy on the oracles lately. I do love them, but it's like I love them because they always have a lovely story to tell and a vibrant energy. And this is great for today, right? Because it is moon energy and it's a new moon in Cancer. And that's all about, I mean, Cancers are so deep, aren't they? So you're going to go dig, and you're going to dig deep, and you're going to say, okay, what emotional patterns have I followed in the past that have governed me in the right direction or the wrong direction? And you're going to start looking at all those little habits and circumstances that have led you to the good places or to the unsavory places, okay? Because we don't want to be uneasy. We don't want to ever feel like we're exploited or in a hostile environment when it comes to love, because that's the ego. Let me tell you right now, the voice of ego. Angry, seething, uneasy, awkward, ambivalent, thwarted, incensed, furious, hostile, peeved, stifled, all those things. Those are the words of ego. Ego wants to edge God out. Ego wants to, and those are Colette Baron Reid's words. I love them. EGO is edging God out. They want to take over and tell you you're not enough, you need more, blah, blah, blah. You always need to go, get, do. The ego is a love crusher, and it sends up super high barriers and blockades. So we want our soul's voice, which is delighted, determined, valued, grateful, peaceful, relaxed, satisfied, fortunate, all those words that say thank you to the universe for what we have, and then it's going to usher in more for you, right? Beautiful. So that's you guys. Keep that open heart and mind, because your Emperor and Empress is right there, and they are coming, and I'm seeing in a 5-month time frame or below. You always push that up, and that person can walk right through that door, because your guides and angels will say, whoa, they are ready. They are ready to roll. They are ready to go and receive this love in a wonderful capacity, and they're going to be caring. They're going to cherish it. When we show gratitude and that we value ourselves and we want to send peace and love out into the world, the universe helps us out in a big way. So that's you guys. If you're new, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and come see the Patreon page too. People have been joining, and thank you much. Ian was saying that he has a feeling that some people don't really even know what the Patreon page is. So I'm going to do a little tutorial on that in another video, because it's basically about supporting the channel, but getting all these cool little free things as well, reads and all this fun stuff. And you get to see the videos first, you get to participate in all this stuff. We have a chat channel. It's really fantastic. Go check it out. The little gray arrow at the bottom of the video has all my links to everything for if you need a personal read, if you want to go to the Etsy store that has all my jewelry and stuff that you see all the time. All these rings are listed there. Every single thing, but the Patreon page just has some really great stuff, and I'll later expand on that. So now we're on to Stag Spirit, and we're going to go on to the index finger. When you have a ring on your index finger, I have so many funny sheets in front of me too, because I had so many ideas. I was writing everything down like a maniac. So number 2, the Stag Spirit, taking the lead. Now we're going to talk about the index finger and wearing a ring on that. Okay, so if you wear it on your right hand, it says that you have a hankering and a longing for power and to direct people, but you also have great discretion. So that means that you can really tell who's on your team and who isn't, who's of your tribe and who isn't, all those types of things. Who, like, say you're someone who hires somebody, you'd be fantastic in that capacity, because you can read through all the facial cues, the body gestures, all things like that. Really good discretion. So if you wear it on your left index finger, the ability to rule is great in you, but an inclination also to megalomania can take over. Because what happens is a lot of people that do want to be rulers and are rulers, they get power, right? So what happens, like, you can get the Caesar complex or Napoleon complex, like, wow, I have all these people backing me, and you can get a little off center. But I do feel very powerful when I wear one on my index finger. I love my pinky and my index finger almost the most to wear rings on. I do feel a surge of energy and direction when I wear that. But I mean, I have operated my life most likely in a leadership capacity in one way or another anyway. Because I like things to go smoothly and right, and I can read the emotional temperature of people in rooms, so I realize what can benefit us. That's the only reason I do that. I definitely don't have some like I want to lead, but a lot of times people, they don't want to have to make choices 24/7. It's exhausting for them. So sometimes it's nice when someone can step in and help, right? So let's see what's going on for you guys, Stag Spirit, in terms of what your next meaningful and love connection, when and who this is. Yeah, I remember reading about rings because I was always fascinated. My mother always had beautiful rings, and I was like, oh, I wonder what's up. Beautiful. We love this more than anything for this. The Magician. So this person that's coming into your life has a touch of hoodoo, voodoo, lovely magic for you. They have, I feel like this person definitely has a strong sense of spiritual self. They are always going to try to work out of integrity, love. They're going to be authentic, but they do have a touch. They understand natural and herbal medicines. They understand your basic health, how it comes through the body. They understand chi. They understand the chakras. They understand clearance, to take in and to release the beauty of that, the yin and the yang, and when to be. The yin is also can be you know, that beautiful feminine energy of receptivity when you're ready to receive things. And they're going to help you with that. So when this person comes into your life, if you're a female, you're going to become very relaxed and receptive. You're going to feel very fortunate, satisfied, and contented. You don't feel like you have to try anymore. You don't feel like you have to push, maneuver, or manipulate anything. You're just going to be ready because this person is, they're just going to come in out of the blue. I feel like you don't already know this person, the majority of you. It's somebody you're going to meet over the next couple of months, and it's one of those, it's a sweeping sort of magic where you just feel it and you're like, wow, you feel grateful. What I feel like is going to be magnified in you is your gratitude and your determination to move to the next level of enlightenment, because I feel like you're already receiving downloads and they're going to increase incrementally, and you're going to have an excitement for all the things coming. Look at this. And the Knight of Swords. Very cool. So this is somebody who has, oh my God, these things are pretty graphic. We'll cover that with that. We'll be like, oh, it's like when your cat puts her butt there. Knight of Swords, just in case any little kitties come in the room. What's he doing though? I'm like curious. I thought that was a whip. Is that a whip or a sword? I don't know. They're getting up to Christmas cracker things. So anyway, this gentleman over here, this gladiator, Knight of Swords, is very decisive, quick thinking, comes to the point quickly. Like, they'll have a good sense of humor. I feel like they'll be very, they'll have a lot of dry wit like the English have. Very succinct and honest, to the point about things, but not judgmental, not temperamental, and not obnoxious in any way. Just a lovely, fluid, pleased sense of self, I guess you could say. You know, they come from fortunate circumstances and they realize this, and they have a marvelous way of wanting to share it. They're very energized, and like, I see, like, who is that guy? Is it Russell Grant? Like that very exuberant, funny, but smart as a whip type of thing. That kind of person, you know, they're infused with vitality, and they seem to almost have miraculous powers of the Magician, because they can manifest like freaking gangbusters. They think of something, boom, it's there. And again, in terms of the time frame, this is quick. I see this like when I see ones, and the new year is coming, and just the way that things are moving, I'm feeling this is super, super, super close. Like within a 2-month time frame, this person is coming. And again, you guys, because this is for a collective, it will not be every single last one of you in pertaining to that time frame, because what happens if we have any kind of uneasiness, remember what I said, or any kind of hostility, anguish, or anything that cages us in, fear, regret, all that stuff, and we're mulling that over in our head, we don't have an open avenue of love to come and just avalanche on us like this guy is going to do, or this female, that are very majestic, very loving, very capable. I hear, you know, they know how to formulate a beautiful lifestyle, and they're very romantic, and they're also very, very generous, which is beautiful. Again, I'm feeling like 2 months, very, very quickly. I feel like they're coming in. Let me pull one of these since, oh, that's what I've been trying to look for. I'm like, what's going on? Oh, look at this. Heal the ouch. I feel like that's what they're going to do for you. I feel like some of you have been burned in the past, and you're a little skeptical, and you're like, oh, I can't do it again. You know what I mean? So forgiveness is the healer of the soul. This is a time of great soothing of the heart, body, soul, and mind. And this card indicates that healing will be prevalent in your life now. If you feel drawn to study the healing arts, you'll be successful in developing your natural capacity to restore others to wellness. Beautiful. I every once in a while when I slow down and I remember my capacity that I can heal through my fingers, to stop and make sure that I use my touch on my teenagers, on their head if they have headaches or anxiety, in their hands if they feel stress, and transfer that energy through, because Reiki healers have told me I have no negative energy and that I have phenomenal healing power. So if I place my hands near or by people, I just sort of transmit that healing energy through me. So I try to do that and remember that. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just move so quickly and we get so much on our agenda that we forget about these innate gifts that we are given, right? So when we slow down and we recognize them, we're going to use them. So this is beautiful for you guys. Yes, I love that for you. So this was the Stag Spirit. Look, the Magician and the, wow, beautiful, and the Knight of Swords. I love that. So yeah, all this just flowing towards you so beautifully. So if you're new, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and also the little bell so you'll know when all the new videos come in, and the little gray arrow on the bottom of the video leads down to all my links for private reads, for Instantgo. I can give you a quick 1-2 answer right away. My bell rings right on my phone and lets me know about that. Go see the Patreon page. We have so much fun stuff going on. If you don't know what the Patreon page is, it supports my channel. You can do a it's like a monthly bid where you can do $1 up to any amount you want, and we have all these fun things. You get to see the videos first. We have chat night. I do free oracle reads. It's really, really fun. Go check it out. It's fantastic. Any information you could want is down there. Etsy store, every little single thing. And then I'm also going to put up later on my Instagram, if you want to check it out, I'm going to put up all this thing on the rings and what fingers do what in a typed out formula, so you can have a little cheat sheet for that. So that's you guys. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you guys. So number 3, yay, the Dolphin Spirit. This, I love that. This and that are true. I love that so much. And this is the yellow topaz ring. And now we're going to talk about the middle finger, which I thought was really, really interesting, because we're discussing rings and the power that they give with whatever finger we're wearing it on. Now, the middle finger says your belief in fate and magic are very, very strong. Like Marilyn Monroe loved her rings on her middle finger because she had some lovely mystical qualities about her as well. So when we have it on the opposite hand that we are, say we're right-handed, we have it on the left, it's about us we are able to make quick and easy decisions about what's right or wrong. Now, when it's on yang, which is our natural hand, you tend to seek guidance for these answers. Like if you're a little, like it doesn't settle with you right away and there's still a question mark. So you like to seek your answers through esoteric, through readers, through friends, and all things like that. However, if you're in the first group and it is your opposite, and you like to wear it on your opposite hand, you can make the decision quickly what's right and wrong. Like that's very good as a parent, because I tend to have that ability after a certain age. It's like I can hone in, because it's so funny. My son cannot tell a lie to save his life. He's like me. I'm a horrible liar. I start to laugh. My face turns red. I don't have that capacity to do it. Where my daughter is like epic level. She doesn't. She could spin you a tale and not bat an eyelash. I'm like, oh my, it's almost diabolical. I'm like, woo, it is crazy. She's like the Joker from Batman. I swear. It's nuts. Okay, so we're going to see what's going on with you guys. So, oh, and also, yeah, another interesting fact is the middle finger is connected to Saturn, which is about balance. That's the one finger too. When you wear a ring on your middle finger, you hardly notice it because it's right in the center. Where if you just wear a pinky ring, you're very aware of it. And lots of times I would do that just to remind myself. It's like the red string around your wrist to remind you to, that about karma and everything comes around, and to be balanced and to be fair. That's a lot of times where I'll wear a pinky ring. It's my reminder to bring me back to my spirituality and go, no, we don't. This is a judgment-free zone, because that's my biggest thing that I like about myself, and most people I'm drawn to is they don't judge others. I don't care how you dress, what you look like, anything like that. I do care about your soul. If you're nasty, it's my choice to just stay away from you. You know what I mean? But I will never judge you on your appearance or anything like that. And I think that's very important in this world right now, right? Because people get shoved in boxes and categorized so easily because of things like that. And it's unfair, and it's not something that we should ever anchor any belief system in, right? Okay, so I'm very, very excited. Now we are going to go on next to Dolphin Spirit. Okay, so our question with this is, who is your next meaningful love connection? When and who? And I'm using the spicy cards. I love these. If you guys remember these, they're the Sexual Healing Tarot, and I haven't used them in a while, and they're quite beautiful. Ian got them for our anniversary, and then I hadn't used them, and it was hurting his feelings. He's like, what did you do with them? And I just had them in one of, I literally have a pyramid of special boxes for my tarot cards, because I know with cats, if I have any liquid around, they could easily spill any of my oils. Oh God, they could spill anything on them, and I'd be so heartfelt. And to this day, I haven't had one card ever had anything spilled on it, because I pack them away in these boxes. It's very important that I'm able to, you know, care for them. So let's see what's going on. Oh, nice, you guys. Ace of Chalices. Woo! Yes, the Emperor. This is amazing, because the other one, yes, you guys, this is phenomenal. I just reshuffled, and I think the first group had the Emperor, the Empress too. So yeah, again, I like to use this as the time frame, 4 months, but 4 months and below. I'm going with this because I was guided with that the other day when I was doing it, when I saw a specific number asked for it. I asked my guides, well, how can I make this time frame? Because it can be 4 months. It's sort of like where they're setting the bar, but that can always be moved forward in a lot of cases if you let go of ego, right? And you listen to your soul's message, and you get on that higher vibrant frequency and vibration. Your guides really are compelled to bring your loves to you that much quicker, because they don't want, we attract the same person on the same level of health or woundedness or illness that we are, right? So they want us at our optimal mental health and loving health to receive these people. So they don't want to usher in somebody if you're feeling, you're not feeling on key, if you're ambivalent about it, or you're feeling vindictive towards people, or hostile, or anything like that, or stifled. They don't want someone of that same energy coming in. That just compounds it, right? But because like attracts like, they're waiting for you to get to that point. And if you get to it faster, this love gets ushered in faster. And this is beautiful. Ace, this person is wonderful, because it is divinely orchestrated by our guides and angels. Whenever there is an ace, that is a fresh start. This is all about, a beautiful union with a fresh start that brings, and I feel, material wealth in as well. It's super multi-dimensional, where you guys all kinds of habits and hobbies that mesh beautifully. You blend your values together. They're instantly committed to you, but you guys still have your separate value systems, your separate beautiful lives. Like, you don't swallow each other whole. You have, this has limitless potential and possibilities to last a lifetime. So you don't feel the need to rush. You don't feel the need to go in and devour their life, or vice versa, or give in your life to theirs, because it's a beautiful symbiotic relationship where you can be side by side, but you still have your friendships, your lovely, whatever your interests, your hobbies, everything that you like to do. You're together, yet you remain an individual, which is very, very important, right? Yes, and there's lots of courage and gratitude in this relationship. You're happy with each other, but you're courageous. You help each other reach new heights. It's very supportive and very lovely. Oh, I love that so much. So let me pull. Well, look at that. And then you got to Seek Your Destiny Oracle card. This is all about reaching into the unknown and trusting that the universe, your guides, and the world, the universe, everybody wants what's best for you, is going to deliver it to your door. That now that you put in the request and it's out there and it's circulating, it's manifesting, your guides are doing their job. You just trust in, you let go, and you let them, and that's what's going to bring it to you, right? Beautiful. And I feel material wealth is approaching as well in this group. You know what I mean? That's fantastic. Yes, and very quickly, each group, it's coming very, very quickly. I love that for you guys. So if you're new, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and welcome to the channel if you're new as well. And and also the notification bell, so you know when the new videos come up. Ian and I really try for one a day. He really ups the game with some beautiful stuff that he does, and the audio, so you guys can have really excellent audio as well as visual. So when we work together, we can usually do one a day. And if you're one of my regulars, welcome you guys. I hope you're all excited and ready for Christmas. And if you need any information about me, there's a little gray arrow at the bottom of this video. It'll bring you to my private links, to my Instantgo, which is a 1 or 2 question read that I can do for you within an hour or two. A lot of my people like that before they go on dates and stuff. I can help them out if they're having a health issue, whatever that is. My Etsy store, it has all these rings. It has tons of fun holiday jewelry and everything. And if you join my Patreon page, you can make any kind of donation you want from $1 upwards. You get 50% off anything in my Etsy store up until Christmas. So it's a really good thing to have. So yeah, go check it out. And the Patreon page is so fun. We're going to have chat night, and I do free reads for people on there. It's a lot of fun. So check that out as well. And that's you guys. Nice, nice. Very, very cool. Remember, know that by just wanting it and putting that energy out there, you're divining it. And that's your destiny for your strong, healthy, happy love to come in. And this person is very together. This person is super well balanced, and they will cherish and love the heck out of you, which is awesome. So now we're on to the koi fish. And we're also going to learn about the ring finger and the significance of your ring finger and your it's funny that that's called your ring finger when you can wear a ring on any finger, right? It's hilarious. But the belief of ancient Egyptians were ring fingers have a nerve that runs straight to the heart. So that's one of the common reasons that wedding rings are on that finger. So if you're not married, it can subconsciously mean that you're ready for a commitment, or that you're fine just where you are, and you're in sort of a state of dreaminess, and that symbolism, you know, that you're well connected and you're fine, that you don't feel the need to be attached at any time. So when you wear it on your yang finger, which is the opposite of what you are, you're quite creative and resourceful, and you can solve problems easily. And when you wear it on the yang hand, which is your natural hand, you're great at teaching others how to use their skills to make a living and to make a profit from it. So that's quite interesting, isn't it? Like, it's funny, I'm always torn when I'm making or ordering rings for myself. I think, well, how many do I have? Because I've got to say, one of my favorite things, again, is my pinky. But I'm like, if I get everything in that size, then I'm not going to be able to, because I love, if I get a size 7, I can adjust them all over the place, you know what I mean, and make them fit on either my middle, my ring, or my pinky. So it's like, I do not, and comment too if it bothers you to have a ring that's tight. I cannot wear a ring that squeezes my finger whatsoever. If I have to work it out over my knuckle, I will not wear it. I don't like that. I feel like it squeezes and suffocates my fingers. And also, if you have a little more like meat on your hands, it's not very attractive to have it like freaking muffin topping out your finger. So always wear them a little bit looser. You know, it's a more attractive look for sure. You don't want muffin top fingers. No, 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 not a good look. Okay, so I'm excited. That's you guys. So now we're on to koi fish and the ring finger. So let's see what's going on with you. Again, when is your next meaningful love connection coming in? Who and when? And I'm using these cards, the little spicy meatballs. They're pretty, like, it's fine to be nudie kadooty, but every once in a while there was a graphic mofo in there, and I'm like, whoa, what's been happening there? What's happening? You can't have that porta potty on the show. Like, this one is pretty, okay, this is all right. This is, oh, awesome, the Hierophant. I love the Hierophant when it speaks of love coming in. And no, this doesn't mean you're going to be double teamed until next Wednesday. This means that somebody is coming with the key to your lock. Now what happens is everybody has this sort of lovely synchronistic time when they come together, and everybody does. They have that word, that phrase, that movement, that scent, something of your 5 senses that get attracted to this person. That is the key to your lock. Something that makes you go, aha, who is this person, right? And this person is coming in, and they're very mature. They're like the best version of the best person you can think of. You know what I mean? They're ready for commitment. Again, another lovely blending of values. This person is completely self-sufficient. They're a self-contained unit. They're very unique. They don't follow anybody else's mold. Like when you see them, you're not going to be, oh, that person's like this or that person. It'll be like a person you've never seen before. And they're very energized. They're very elated. They have a very uplifting energy about them, but super determined as well. Like I'm feeling like they know exactly what they want. They're higher on the grid of intellect and emotional intellect as well, which is great. It gives them this sort of peaceful, relaxed, and like satisfied personality about them in the way they walk. They're very self-assured, but they're not arrogant, which is very important. So let's see about a time frame on this. Okay, and I'm following these because I asked my guides for the numbers and that I will go in the systems that they give me, 16. So again, this can be 16 weeks or 16 months. And I'm just saying, as I'm channeling this, I'm not even thinking anymore. I'm just letting it come right through me. And here's why we get such a discrepancy. When my guides talk to me about people's preparedness for relationships, that can vary the date and the time frame greatly, because when you are on that upper, higher vibration and frequency, they want to usher you in your love immediately and faster, because you're ready, prepared, and you're going to be together. That does not mean, you have to be in top physical form, all this and that, emotionally ready, because we attract the same level of health or woundedness mentally to us, right? They don't want you in a wounded state. They don't want you, if you're fuming, if you have anguish, if you're vindictive, you feel hostility towards anything, if you've recently been incensed by the opposite sex, because what happens is you're bringing someone with that same level of woundedness into your periphery and into your sights, and the law of attraction will make that relationship happen, and your guides never want that for you. They want you on the up and up, happily vibrating and falling in love with somebody that is fully operational, healed, and together, that is delighted, is grateful to be here. They have a peacefulness about them, and that, again, they're going to be like a battery pack and energize you. You're not going to have a struggle. You know what I mean? So we're talking, so it can be 16 weeks to 16 months, and it can be even less. When we have that time frame, again, it can be pushed forward as easy as 16 days when we get in the right frequency and vibration. That takes very little, okay? This is you changing your story that you tell yourself. You kill the ego. It tells you you're never good enough, smart enough, strong enough, good looking enough, any of those things. You kill the ego, because that ego is edging God out. Colette Baron Reed coined that phrase, and I love it. So that is true. So you tell your new story of yourself. You're courageous. You have gratitude. You're honest. You're infused with vitality. You have miraculous powers. You have positive intentions. Rewrite your page of how you speak to yourself, not how somebody thought of you years ago that you ingrained in your psyche and you believe that story. No, your new story of self, because who's always going to look out for you? You're always going to look out for you. Who's always going to have your back? You are, right? Who's going to have your best intentions? You are. You would never speak to your friend like you speak to yourself sometimes. You never tell your friend they were fat, ugly, stupid, unlovable, would you? Why would you ever tell that to yourself? Rip that page out of the book, because when we have ingratitude for the fact that God or spirit or anybody made us, that's the worst sort of ingratitude, right? So shift that. That's the ego barking up the wrong tree. Shift to your soul's voice and your soul's message that say you're so beautiful, you're so loved, you're so together, you're so worthy of this love, and it will come in for you. So let's see what's happening in terms of, let's get you a nice, I love these map ones so much. I hope no kid comes in the room and is like, what's that all about? And you're like, just you never mind. You just don't even look at that. So let's see what this is about. Oh, nice. Wide open, 42. We'll cover that up. As nice as that looks, that's a lot going on there, up in there. That reminds me of Last of the Mohegans. I love that movie. If you guys saw Last of the Mohegans, let me know. That's one of my favorite. That guy, Magda, it begins with an M. He was so scary. He's the one that watched that girl just the sister fall off the edge of the cliff. And he was like, Mogda or whatever. Yeah, he was super creepy. So Wide Open, number 42. Oh my God, Last of Mohegans. I got to watch that tonight. Yeah, right before Christmas, I'll be like, 47,000 emails. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to sit back and watch a movie. I haven't watched... I gotta calm down with my emails. I email the whole world. Anybody who emails, they'll tell me the life story, and I'll sit there and I'll read, and Ian's like, it's 2 a.m. I'm like, calm down. Okay, so number 42 is, you are free to express your uniqueness to the world and share all the bounty of life's endless possibilities. All manner of opportunities are presented to you at this time. The Wide Open card is a signal that you're able to truly manifest your dreams and that your goals are in sight. Don't remain small and constricted. Instead, expand your horizons beyond what you believe are your limitations. That's super huge in love, right? Because it has to be this person. They're probably only going to earn this much, or only be this much good looking, or they're only going to do this or that. No, go for the whole enchilada. Go for the sense of humor, the spirituality, the inner beauty, the high emotional intelligence, whatever you want and whatever is abundant to you. Picture that, involve your 5 senses and get on that pony and go for it, because that's you. Wide open. Your perspective is vast now. Okay. Beautiful, you guys. I love that for you. So if you're new, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and also welcome to the channel. I'm very happy to have you here. And also hit the notification bell so you'll have all the links that will, oh, sorry. No, so if you hit the notification bell, that will let you know when the new videos are up. The little gray arrow at the bottom of the screen brings you down to all my links below, to my Patreon page, to private reads, to my Instantgo, any information, the Etsy store, any information you can want. All this jewelry, all this fun stuff is on there. And yeah, go check it out. My Patreon page is a lot of fun. We're going to have open, we're going to have super fun stuff going on. We're going to have open chat night, and I'm going to start my free oracle reads and all that stuff that I do. It's so much fun. So go check that out. And that is about it for you guys, for koi fish. Beautiful, you guys. Great energy. Super strong, powerful energy. I don't know how I have so many rings. I don't know what's happening. There's one extra. See, Ian is going to kill me whenever I do this. He's always like, what, girl? Oh, you know what? Initially, I couldn't find that, so then I replaced it with that. Okay, my brain is catching up with myself. So now we're going to go on to pinky ring and what that means. And that's actually my favorite. And this is, you guys, your simulated ruby and seahorse. Watch and wait. So let me tell you about the pinky ring. And I love this. I had read this information and documented it years ago because I found it so fascinating, because I was always like, always when I was young, I loved rings, and I was so into them. And I was like, well, I got to find my thing. And I remember writing it down and still retaining some of the information, but I was like, okay, let's see what's going on with that. I've got to find the last little page of the pinky ring. I know most of it, but there is, okay, very good. Here we go. So the pinky ring speaks of having an extraordinary personality and an artistic and creative streak, like very talented, okay? You're also highly persuasive and eloquent, and you can help find common ground with people very quickly. This is for either hand. So again, you have extraordinary artistic and creative gifts, okay? You're highly persuasive and you're eloquent, and you can find common ground easily. I think that's why I always have a pinky ring on when it comes to common ground, especially when I had to do like negotiation stuff in my 20s for China Support Network. I needed to have the skill set to be able to go, okay, once you find common ground, it calms people. It speaks to their inner child. It says, you're safe with me. I understand where you're coming from, right? And about slowing down, all those things. So yeah, pinky rings are really cool. I just love them. Even on men, it's like, I dig men in rings. Some people are like, ew, men in rings. I'm like, I love men in rings. It's so cool. So let's see, you beautiful beauties. What is your next meaningful love connection and who? This just popped out, so I'm going to take it. This is going to be your time frame and also the energy of your mate. And the energy is justice, which means you are going to get a like-minded person. This person is a big dreamer. I feel like this group, you are big dreamers. You have goals and things, and I feel like you come down on yourself every once in a while because you have a procrastinative nature about you, and that's okay. A lot of people do when they're before they want that big dream, but we have to learn to do right bite-sized pieces, 24-hour chunks of time. When we live in 24-hour spheres, guess what? We appreciate everything more because we are aware, awake, connected, and we're tuned in to what's going on, because we're not in tomorrow trying to make these big plans. We're not in yesterday regretting or reliving, right? We're present, so we're seeing all the beauty, the magic, and all the moments that are out there, right? Very important, okay? Very important. Shuffle these a little bit better. Nice. And then here's our time. Sorry, this is the time frame. I'm like, my brain, when I look at these cards, I'm just trying to make sure they aren't too graphic. Like the last group was straight up some penthouse stuff, and I was like, whoa. I mean, you never know. Just one pops up that's a little crazy. I like them to be on the romantic side, but I don't want them to get overly graphic and be distracting. Be the porno channel. Oh yeah, Melanie Williams, she's that porno channel girl. I'm like, oh yeah, welcome to porno channel, yeah. So again, I'm thinking 4 months and below, and here's why I've been telling the other groups this as well. When I ask my guides to give me a time frame, and I hear very clearly it can be this, but guess what? This is sort of the bar where we're setting it, but it can always be moved forward. Here's why. You like attracts like. We attract people that are on our same level of woundedness or preparedness and health, right? So if you have past hurts and you live in some kind of sphere of, say, mistrust, you feel thwarted by somebody, you feel uneasy, the thing you're going to attract, the person, place, the thing is also going to feel like that. And they don't want to double up on that energy. The energy they do want to double up is someone who's ecstatic, elated, delighted, grateful. So when you bring that up, they bring the time frame up because they're like, whoa, it's a match and it's a good match. We don't want them to attract more hurt and anguish in their life. We want love. And right when I said that, the reading was at 2020, which is really cute. So they understand that. And this person, funnily enough, I feel like it's somebody you've already met on social media, a great deal of you. Social media that you're playing tag, you're in and out. They're coming in, they're coming out, they're showing interest, they're saying hello, and then they bob back out. You know what I mean? It's like tagging. It's very funny, but you guys are going to connect, and it's going to be a lovely love match. And that's what judgment is. They're putting out your feelers. Both your guides are putting out the feelers of when the readiness factor is done, right? When it's like fully cooked, that sort of thing. You know what I mean? They're not trying to over salt it, and they're not trying to have it be raw either. So they're trying to get you at your level of connectedness because they feel very, very strongly towards you. They see you as a thing of beauty, elegance, lovely, wit, funny, and they look forward to every communication that you send them. And also this group also, it might be people coming into your offices. They're new people. And this group too is very this person is kind of formidable with others. Like they're going to treat you like the king or queen they want you to be, but they're quite a strong personality. Like they have a lot of courage, and they're very strong, and they have a lot of vitality. And they have a very don't mess with me vibe because they really have their mental thing together. You know those people that are just sort of the strong silent type, and they don't have to say anything, but not to mess with them. They're very much like that, and they're also very creative. And they're going to help you in that realm. You guys are definitely going to be able to coalesce and get those gifts going. And I feel like you share what I call soul thoughts. I feel like you don't even have to say words. You're just thinking of something, and then they say it or write it or text it to you. It's soul thinking, and I love that when you get on that balance. I've had that with a couple people, and it's lovely. And I have that with some of my sensates. As soon as I'm thinking of them, they'll contact me and email me, and we'll have a good laugh. Or they're having angst or a bad time when I am as well. It's very, very funny. Yeah, that's you guys too. So let's see what's going on in terms of a lovely card for you. Very lovely. You got the Moonlight card, which is great for the full moon in Cancer. And if you guys don't know anything about that, this is going to be our deep, deep thinking, deep, deep emotional moon. So you're going to get very nostalgic tonight and tomorrow. This whole group, everybody in this read, or anybody who has had romantic feelings or will have romantic feelings, very nostalgic. Music will just make you teary-eyed, and you just won't even be able to wow, it's just one of those things where you're like, I'm like that with music more than anything. It just transports me, and it makes me so dreamy and wistful, but it also is my my area of solace. If I hear violins, I'm like, oh, I'm just transported, right? So the Moonlit card reads, your intuition allows you to see beyond the mundane, the logical and the analytical. So follow it. Moonlight beckons. Come and trust your intuition to lead you into places that may not seem logical. Your hunches will be right on target. Resist second guessing yourself, for your alternative perception is especially sharp right now. You can see beyond the surface of things and truly read between the lines. This is a good time to use oracle cards and other systems of divination to gain information. So yeah, if you want an oracle read for me, if you go on my Instantgo, I'll do an oracle read for you. It's really fast. It's only like $20, and I just pull some oracle cards because that's the most heavy divination tool. I think that's why I was leaning so heavily for the last few days on this, and with this new full moon energy coming and stuff, I feel like the messages that are divine for you guys are spot on, and so many of you are going, that's exactly what I needed to hear. Because tarot is very exacting, but I love that oracle cards have a kind of majestic open book value to them, where you can hone in on certain words. They're more about feelings, flavors, temperatures, and things like that, where it's not like this is going to happen at this time frame, this and that. They're not as exacting, but they're like a wistful occurrence that are good and purposeful for you to hear now, that will benefit you. Winter, you want to come say hi? You can come say hi. You want to say hi to everybody? She wants to come step on and say hello, and I kept whooshing her away. I have this funny lens cleaner, and it has alcohol on it, and she hates the smell of rubbing alcohol, and she will literally run for the hills, and then she looks so sad that she can't participate. But she's going to have her own show because we have artistic differences now. She wants to go another direction, so I'm like, okay. She's like, you're crazy. So yeah, follow the beautiful intuitive voice that's in your head, and just, you know, be dreamy and wistful and listen to your music and just be happy and elated. It's wonderful. So that's you guys. Beautiful, beautiful energy for you. So if you're new, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and the notification bell. And also welcome to the channel if you're new. And if you're my regulars, hi cute honeys. How are all of you? Thank you for all your beautiful comments. I think Winter wants to come say hi. Winter, you can come say hi. So if you press the little gray arrow at the bottom of the video too, all my links will come up for my private reads, for my Instantgo. A lot of people go there if they're going on a quick date or they're going somewhere and they just feel a little not sure-footed and they want some advice. You know, I'm almost 50 years old. I have a lot of experience in a lot of areas, and I can give you some good pointers that will make you feel good and strong and directed. You know what I mean? Because so many of you people are creative, artistic types, and when we spend a lot of time alone, it's not easy to sometimes to reintegrate into relationships. I understand that as well, right? And yeah, look at that. That's fantastic, you guys. It's beautiful energy, just all swirling all around you. Infinite possibilities. Beautiful. So that is you guys. Bless your little heart. So all of you, thank you very much. And I hope you were able to skip around and be able to understand what rings for what fingers. And I'm going to put a cheat sheet on my Instagram page. So if you want to go over there, it's Sparkrist, SPARKRIST 11, Sparkrist 11, and I'll put a little cheat sheet for it, because I'm telling you, I do feel the energy facets that this sort of prescription reads about these rings, and they are very true. And I feel like turquoise these days is very protective, and it helps me to divine quite well. And amethyst, like this one, I love the dark deep ones that almost look like garnets. I feel like they help the creative process, and it's also called the sober stone. So I don't overindulge in anything. I don't drink or do any drugs anyway. I don't partake or put any chemicals like that in my body, because I'm quite zany enough as it is, and I don't need to go to prison, and I'm sure that's what would happen. So no thank you. I like to not be in jail. So that's you guys. You guys are so wonderful. And again, remember, you have limitless potential. You're the author of your book. So please fill in those pages with beautiful, beautiful renditions of who you are and where you're going. Because you got this. Winter says you got this. I say you got this. You know you got this. You're powerful. You're strong. You're beautiful. You have big dreams now. Go get these big dreams.